1, 2, 1, 2, hit. My name's Gordon Goodwin. We're here in the studio today working on a new big band jazz project. With me is my associate, co-producer Dan Savant, and our engineer, Tommy Vicari. And our other producer, John Baker, who he bailed on us.
Too many guys.
Actually, John's not here today, but so our intention was to take big band jazz and some of the concepts that developed in the 40s and the years after that and package them, dress them up in a more contemporary manner, produce it more like you would produce a pop record, really. The advent of some of the technology here, the DVD audio, 6-channel sound, has enabled us to present a version of it that's pretty exciting. And I had first worked with Tommy on
Ray Charles.
a Ray Charles. It was actually a jingle. He was monitoring at a level that was peeling the paint. I go, this guy, does he have any hearing left at all? But it sounded unbelievable. I'd never heard a band punch like that. I never heard a band with that kind of intensity. We had great musicians out in the room, many of which are people we're using on our record as well. But I said, who is this guy, and how does he get that sound? So it's really that aesthetic in terms of recording that kind of pop music, I think, that you bring to the table with recording a jazz band.
Yeah, I think so. I tried to approach it from that point of view, as if it was a modern record, and brought the rhythm section, which is usually back in a big band recording. I tried to bring it forward.
I mean, there was points in my career where people didn't want to hire me because it was too clean. You know,
Really?
So that
Because-
was when at a certain point in R&B, it got to the point where don't hire him because it sounds
So
too
if there are
good.
flaws
So-
in the performance,
right.
they show up more if the mix
I
is
think
clear,
so.
right?
I think so. There's more room to be able to hear what each section is doing. I think you can tell the rhythm section and then all of the intricate lines that are written in the arrangement are more visible, I think. A lot of modern recording is a lot of sampling and fixing and things like that, and we didn't do a lot of that.
I'd say the toughest part of doing this is just logistically so difficult because the music is pretty difficult, and the musicians that we need to execute that music are amongst the best in Los Angeles, and they are busy.
Almost all the guys had schedule problems at one time or another. So it was kind of a nightmare that way, but everybody just loved the project, so I think that's how we kept everything together.
We have Wayne Bergeron, Dennis Farias, Larry Hall,
My main man.
and Dan Savant, our fine burning trumpet section. Here's the situation, okay? When you have horses like this, you kind of want to ride them. Did that analogy work? Really kind of behooves you to take advantage of it and kind of push the envelope a little bit.
Called abuse.
I cut a few years off their career, but in the long run,
I like the horses and behoove.
Am I right? I'm always right. My name's Andy Martin, and I play the trombone. I started on trumpet, and I got smart real fast. I wanted to play an instrument that played in tune, actually, which Wayne can attest to, because I always try to tune up Wayne, and he's kind of untunable, but we try our best most of the time. And I played a couple solos on the record, and in fact, those are my favorite cuts. Imagine that, Gordon. Those are my favorite. No, I'm just kidding.
Hi, I'm Steve Holtman. I started playing when I was, 11 years old. I picked the trombone because it had a slide. Nothing else had a slide, and it could make funny sounds. And it's not a good reason, I guess. but that was my reason.
I'm Craig Ware. I play the bass trombone. Well,
How do you pick that thing up?
That's a good question. I wanted to be in a group one time, and I played the tenor trombone like these guys then. But the group needed a bass trombone player, so I got one and learned how to play it, and I never stopped.
We're missing a couple of guys who are with us today. Bill Reichenbach on bass trombone and Alex Isles, who also plays the trombone. Trombones.
This is Luis Conte,
Hey, this is Bernie Dressel.
and that's something. The most important drum. That would have to be the snare drum.
The conga drum.
How often we get to work together?
Well, let's see.
Once a year?
Yeah, just about
Probably
that.
average
Once
out.
or twice. Once or twice. The most challenging thing for me, keeping up with the charts, man. And I get there and get this chart, and I got bongos, congas, and I'm in this little room in here, a Capitol. I get there and I gotta get all my stuff together, and part of the thing is having your sound, with your headphones, and make sure I can definitely see you, and trying to keep up with that chart. That's it. Panic.
But you did good.
But there was a few of those like, take those hands, don't hit anything. That's okay. There it is. But it worked out. It sounds great.
From the bottom to the top.
How do you mean that? How do you mean that?
This is Greg Huckins, and he plays baritone saxophone. Say hi to the folks.
Hi, Greg.
Yes.
Hi, Greg.
Right rear channel, thank you.
Yes. Next to him is Bill Liston on tenor saxophone. On alto saxophone, my good buddy Sal Lozano.
Yo, Sal.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Gordon,
Sal.
thank you. My friend, pal, comrade.
Defining the art of lead alto saxophone, Dan Higgins.
Thank you. Thank you.
North Texas left ankle.
North Texas.
The guy with the big biceps here, Eric Marienthal.
Yo,
baby. Yeah, baby. And a handsome devil in the back,
I have big biceps.
Brandon Field.
Brandon.
What was the most challenging aspect of playing this record for you?
I think being consistent on
couldn't get
every
the section
every
right.
take, and keeping the guys in line. But all the different styles that we had to play, we had to change gears from a swing tune to a Latin tune, and to change that and be consistent with playing all these different styles.
Well, I certainly think that one of the great qualities of this record is how immaculate the recording is, the performances, the mix is. When I first heard the record and the mixes, it was just amazing to me how clear everything came out.
The saxophone section sounds like a section on this record. And one of the reasons is we've all been playing together for about, 20 years, some of us, maybe longer, maybe a little shorter, but we've all played together so much, and we have so much familiarity with Gordon's writing that it's a really nice sounding section.
Shake your bones.
Why was that so hard?
Because I had a hard part to play.
What was hard about it?
What was hard about it is it was in the key of F sharp minor, written for my horn, and I had to play roll up high.
Very good. You sounded great, Gordon.
It was me. It's all about me.
Here we are. Hey, hey,
Saxophonist. I'm sitting here with our excellent rhythm section that we have in our
Most excellent.
It's most excellent, and it's comprised of Bernie Dressel.
Hello.
Grant Geisman, my old buddy on guitar, and David Stone on the bass. Stoney's like the nicest guy in the whole band. He seriously is. I mean, everyone's really good on one level and another, but I can't insult this guy. He won't.
It would hurt him too much. Yeah.
No, he just is so nice.
No,
I hate this coat.
Oh.
I hate it.
I'm sorry.
You see, like, if you could only bring one drum, which one would it be?
The floor tom.
If you could
now.
bring one string to a gig, which one would it be? Which do you play on, like the
High E.
High E. That's it, definitely it. In the 6-channel format, yeah, you're right. You're back here and back there. And Dave, I believe you're front and center, as you are.
Is that where I am?
Yeah, that's right. Piano, I believe back here.
You're in every speaker, aren't you?
Oh, that's my band, baby. You know, Grant actually, seriously, is probably the best guy I've ever heard on the guitar to integrate into a big band because the function, he serves a rhythm function, you know, playing chords and changes, but he also is can serve a melodic one and play with the horns. And
in my case, I can play really loud and read the right notes, so it works out really good. Out at the Kenton Clinics when he first joined Stan's band up in the second
Oh,
year.
you're kidding.
1975, Grant was there. We hired to come in and play with the band.
I think it's important to understand here with this group, with our mixing of this group, is we're mixing in this 5.1 format. This is a 6-channel discrete format. We're pioneering this 6-channel mixing, and it's important to understand that we're recording this and we're mixing this in 24-bit 96K sampling rate, and this has never been done before.
I think it's going to allow the listener to interact with the music on a really close level because I notice when I listen to it, I hear more inner parts, and you know, than I do normally in a stereo mix, and it allows me to feel like a more intimate experience.
Right, and when you have a composer like Gordon, who writes a lot of different intricate parts, it makes the listening experience that much better.
In my deep and sordid past, I was a trombone player, and so I'm now a recovering musician turned into record label president. And so it's interesting because I hear this thing from the inside out. Having played, and I immediately got the quality of what it is that Gordon and the band have put together. And for me, putting music out, and the reason why I'm in this business is I have to be passionate about the music. I have to like it, I have to feel it, I have to love it. And this one was immediately grabbed me. I played it non-stop in my car for a week, and I knew straight away that we had to put this phenomenal piece into 5.1 surround sound.
And we hope that it's been as fun for you to listen as it has been for us to bring it to you. This is Gordon Goodwin. Thanks a lot.
And it's been great fun because I've known Gordon ever since college, and we used to play Gordon's charts in the big band. So it's pretty much like what I've done for quite a while. You know, interpret Gordon's music as a guitar player in a big band.
So we sat down and made a list of players and started calling the players, and just kind of one thing led to another, and everybody was really behind it because of Gordon's music.
Gordon writes, the standard lead alto instrument is an alto sax, and you play lead in the saxophone section. But Gordon goes ahead and brings a soprano along, and it lets you play a lead soprano, which is a nice color, a little bit more modern.
Actually, my first introduction to Gordon was his music when I was in the All Southern Honor Band here in Los Angeles, and we played one of Gordon's charts that he wrote when he was in high school. He doesn't write parts that are user-friendly necessarily. He writes what he wants to write, and he kind of stretches the limits of the instruments, of all the instruments. It's not just the trumpets. The trombones have difficult passages that they're playable, but they make us get on the end of our chair and work for it.